Hi all. I think you got the clarity about the Thales theorem, which is nothing but the basic proportionality theorem in the previous module. Here we are going to quick recap about that one. What is the theorem statement? Thales theorem statement. It is nothing but if in a triangle, if a line drawn parallel to any side of a triangle, it divides the remaining two sides in a same ratio. Can you guess the converse of this statement? Okay. To examine this, let us perform the following activity. You draw some angle XAY on this paper. Any angle, any acute angle, any angle you can draw it, and afterwards name it X, A, Y. And in it, on these arms, you draw now the arcs with the same radius. From A, you draw the arcs with some radius. And name them as some B1, this point as B2, and this point as B3, and this point as B4, and this point as B5. Okay, and by taking again the A as center, draw the arcs of the equal radii on AY also. With the same radii using the compass. And here name them as these points as one as C1, C2, C3 and C4. This is C5 like that. Okay. And here now I am joining these points. First I am joining this B1 to C1 I am joining. Now you join B5 to C5 you join it. When we see this one, here we can observe that this AB1 by B1, B5. This is one part C, and from here to here how many parts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. It means this is equal to 1 by 4. You can write it. And similarly, AC1 by C1, C5 also, here we are getting that 1 by 4. See, this is one part and this is 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. These are all equal parts. So, here you can write it as AB1 by B1, B5 is equal to AC1 by C1, C5, as both are equal to the 1 by 5. And even you can see when we measure these angles here, see here, we are getting the same. Here I got it as 60 degrees. Okay. C1, B1, A is 60 degrees. Same here also I got it as the same thing. I got it here also. Here also I got the same thing. So when I observe here I got it. The angles are A, B1, C1 is equal to A, B5, C5. It means these are the corresponding angles, they are equal. Means when the corresponding angles are equal, then the lines can be parallel to each other. So what I can say here implies this B1, C1 is parallel to B5, C5, I can say that. So from this what we observe here, you see this here is a line and this is one more line in this triangle AB5, C5. if this line divides this side and this side also in the same ratio, then what we observed, this line is parallel to this base. So similarly we can observe by joining this B2 C2, B3 C3, B4 C4 also, you can observe that in this manner, like A B2 by B2 B5 is equal to A C2 by C2 C5, that is equal to, each is equal to 2 by 3, and this B2 C2 is parallel to this B5 C5, and similarly this AB3 by B3 B5 is equal to AC3 by C3 C5. This is equal to, how many parts here? AB3 is 3 parts and B3 B5 is how many parts? 2 parts. This is equal to 3 by 2. And also here you can see that B3 C3 is parallel to B5 C5. Same like that, A B4 by B4 B5 is equal to A C4 by C4 C5, that is equal to 4 by 1. This each ratio is equal to 4 by 1. And also you can say that this B4 C4 is parallel to B5 C5. So you can see these observations by doing this activity. From this you can say that here, if a line divides any two sides in the same ratio, then we can say that that particular line is parallel to the third side. Let us prove it theoretically. Okay. Let us take a triangle. In it, I am drawing a line which is parallel to base. Okay. Now I am taking a stick and I am keeping the stick in a which is parallel to the BC. As we know very well that by using the BPT theorem, if a line drawn parallel to any side of a triangle, then it divides the other two sides in the same ratio. Means this side, this part by this part is equal to this part by this part. Okay. So now we have to show that here in this one. Suppose if this line divides these two sides in the same ratio, then I am going to show that this is parallel to this side. So I am starting with a contradiction. Let us assume that this is not parallel to this side base. Okay. So I am taking in this manner, which is not parallel to it. Is it clear? So I am taking a line in this way. This is clearly it is not parallel to it. Now compulsory here one more line can be there which is parallel to the base. So I am taking a here the one more line which is parallel to this one. See, I am taking one more line which is parallel to this base. I am taking in this way. Understand? So by given part, it is given that this one is this A, this is D I am taking, here B, A, B, C triangle. So now I am taking that DE which is not parallel to BC I have taken. So now I am drawing a line which is parallel to BC, DE dash or else DF you can take it, this point. So according to this BPT theorem, you can say that why any line is parallel to the one side of a triangle, then you can say that that is AD by DB is equal to AE dash by E dash C. But it is given that this AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So when it is possible, when these two lines are coincides with each other, because here one side ratio is same, the other two sides ratio here AE by EC is equal to AE dash by E dash C. This is possible only when they coincides with each other. It means here you can say that these two are coinciding with each other means this DE came here. So it means you can say that this line is parallel to this side. So in this manner we are going to prove in a theoretically, geometrically also we are going to prove it. Okay, let us take a triangle ABC. Name the triangle as ABC. ABC. In it, it is given that D is a point on AB and E is a point on AC, such that given in triangle ABC, D is a point on AB and E is a point on AC, such that this AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So we have to prove that here the line which is joining this DE, this is parallel to BC, we have to show. DE is parallel to BC, we have to show that. So I am starting with a contradiction. So coming to proof, actually in proving the theorems, so many several ways can be there. Direct method, indirect method, like that several ways can be there. So I am selecting here the proof by contradiction method. It means I am starting with no and ending with yes. So let us assume that DE is not parallel to BC. So if one line is not parallel to it, the other line, one more line can be there which is parallel to that side. So now let us draw a line DE dash which is parallel to BC. Through D only you have to draw a line which is parallel to DC. DE dash. So if when I am drawing it like a DE dash is a parallel to BC type I am taking. Okay. In it. So according to BPT what we know? According to BPT, if any line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, it divides the remaining two sides in the same ratio. Means this AB and AC, it is dividing in the same ratio. AD by DB is equal to AE dash by E dash C. So AD by DB is equal to AE dash by E dash C. But what is given here? But given that this AD by DB is equal to AE by EC is given. Now take this equation as 1, this equation as 2. From 1 and 2 what we can say? From 1 and 2 equations we can say that LHS are equal, both LHS. So you can equate the RHS. So AE by EC is equal to AE dash by E dash C. Now you add 1 on both sides by adding 1 on both sides. Then we are going to get that AE by EC plus 1 is equal to AE dash by E dash C plus 1. Now take the LCM. You are going to get AE plus EC by EC is equal to AE dash plus E dash C by E dash C. In the figure you see AE plus EC is how much? AE plus EC, that is nothing but AC. Okay, this is nothing but AC. AC by EC is equal to, and here you see AE dash plus E dash C is how much? Again it also equal to AC. See here, numerators are equal in both the ratios, then you can equate the denominators. This is possible when two line segments are possible, E and E dash at the different places. C is at the same. So EC is equal to E dash C when it is possible, when these two coincides with each other. Okay, here you have to write, this is possible only when E and E dash coincides. It means E and E dash must coincide. As here you can write it as DE dash is parallel to BC na? So you can write it as DE also parallel to BC, because in E dash plus E I have written. This is what we have to show. So from this, what we can write the statement, Nana? What we can write from this one? Proof. In a triangle, see, let me write the statement. Okay, here I am writing the statement. In a triangle, if a line divides any two sides in the same ratio, then it is parallel to third side. It is parallel to third side. This is nothing but the converse of BPT theorem, we can say, or else you can say that here this is the converse of Thales theorem. Converse of BPT or converse of Thales theorem, you can say. Okay, let us discuss few problems which is based on the BPT theorem and converse of BPT theorem, right? So in this figure you see, in this triangle PQR, here it is given that DE is parallel to OQ is given, and this DF is parallel to OR is given. We have to show that this EF is parallel to QR. So what is given here? Given in triangle PQR, DE is parallel to OQ and DF is parallel to OR is given. We have to show that, to prove or to show EF is parallel to QR. Two parallel lines are given. Again we have to prove that this is parallel to this one. So let us see. Coming to proof, I am taking this POQ triangle. In POQ triangle, this DE is parallel to OQ. So immediately when a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, you have to recall the statement of the BPT theorem. It is nothing but it divides the remaining two sides in a same ratio. So you have to take, implies this PE by EQ is equal to PD by DO. Equation 1 you take it and write the reason in the bracket by using BPT theorem. And coming to in triangle POR, in triangle POR, DF is parallel to OR. DF is parallel to OR. Again, according to BPT, you can write it. This PD by DO is equal to PF by FR. Equation 2. See, in this equation 1, this is equal to PE by EQ is equal to PD by DO. But this one PD by DO is equal to PF by FR in equation 2. So, from equations 1 and 2, what we can say? We can equate this PE by EQ is equal to PF by FR. So, look at this figure. This PE by EQ is equal to PF by FR means, what does it mean? These in this triangle PQR, these sides are dividing in the same ratio. It means by using the converse of BPT, what we can say? If a line divides any two sides in the same ratio, it is parallel to the third side. It means this EF is parallel to third side QR. So, by converse of BPT, you can say that EF is parallel to QR. This is what we have to show. Okay. Let us give one more proof that we have to prove a line, if a line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side bisects the third side. This is nothing but the converse of midpoint theorem, which we have learnt in 9th class. So, there we used the some congruencies and we have proved in this one converse of midpoint theorem. But here coming to this concept is using this BPT or the converse of BPT, we are going to prove this theorem that. So, let us take a triangle ABC. So, what they said, if a line drawn parallel to midpoint of one side of a triangle, I am taking this one as D, a line drawn parallel to through this midpoint of one side, which is parallel to the second side, DE I am taking, DE is parallel to this one. So, I am going to show that here this E bisects this one AC, means AE is equal to EC we have to show. So, what is given here? Given in triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC and D is a midpoint of AB. What to prove? We have to prove that this AE is equal to EC. That is nothing but E is the midpoint of AC. It is very easy to show that. Coming to proof. In the figure, as D is a midpoint of AB, we can write it as AD is equal to DB, implies this AD by DB is equal to 1 we can say. Equation 1 I am taking, because I am going to use in the further proof, and in it as in triangle ABC, DA is parallel to BC is given. So, by BPT theorem we can say that AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. But what we have this AD by DB in equation 1, we have the value as 1, AE by EC. So, implies AE is equal to EC. It is nothing but, this is the required proof. It is nothing but you can say that E is the midpoint of AC. So, hence proved. See, this is the easy proof na, the 9th class proof. Let us prove that the lines joining the midpoints of any two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side. By looking at this statement, do you remember the one of the theorem in 9th class? That is nothing but the midpoint theorem. This is the statement of the midpoint theorem. There we used the congruencies of the triangle and we proved it. Here we are going to use the similarity and we are going to prove this. So, let us take a triangle PQR. In it I am taking S is a point on, S is a midpoint of PQ and T is the midpoint of PR. So, now when I join this S and T, say a line segment I am getting, I have to show that this ST is parallel to QR. So, coming to the given part. In triangle PQR, S and T are the midpoints of PQ and PR respectively. So, you can write it as PS is equal to SQ and PT is equal to TR. So, from this you can write this PS by SQ is how much? 1 you can write it. Equation 1 I am taking. And from this you can write PT by TR is equal to 1. This is equation 2. So, from equations 1 and 2, I can say that this PS by SQ is equal to PT by TR because both ratios are equal to 1. So, by looking at this in the figure you see PS by SQ is equal to PT by TR means this line segment dividing these two sides in the same ratio. It means that, let us recall the statement of converse of BPT that if a line divides any two sides in a same ratio, then it is parallel to the third side. So, by converse of BPT, you can say that this ST is parallel to QR, you can say. This is nothing but the midpoint theorem. So, in all these problems what we have learned, so where to apply the BPT theorem, where to apply the converse of BPT and these all things. From this module we came to know that from the similarity concept till now we have learned two theorems. They are nothing but one is BPT theorem, the other one is the converse of BPT. BPT theorem is also known as Thales theorem, right? And this one, by using this BPT theorem, we have learned the converse of midpoint theorem, how to prove it. And from this, by using this one, we gave the proof of midpoint theorem. In this module, we came to know about the converse of BPT theorem statement as well as its proof and the applications of the BPT theorem and its converse. Hope you understood very well about this theorem and meet you soon again in the next coming module.